Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting episode of Minds and Thoughts. My name is Phathanani. I am your chef, and today I am not alone. My friend, thank you.
I'm here again.
You are here again. But anyway, let's do things in order. Please introduce yourself. Who are you?
Yeah.
Where are you from and what's special about you?
Okay, so to the viewers, hello. My name is Jazmine. They call me Miss Jazz. I'm an intimacy coach by profession. By background, I'm actually a scientist. I'm a microbiologist. But then, so I know, right? I chose to wear lab coat differently this time. So I'm an intimacy coach. Did you want to say something?
Okay, unless you want to say something.
Yes, I'm an intimacy coach and a sex expert. Other people, they call me a sex expert. I'm not a sexologist.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a big difference between the two. Okay. So yeah, 9 years ago, that's when I embarked on this journey and never looked back. So what I do basically, I just empower men and women, groups and individuals, just how to have or to live a much more sexually fulfilling sex life, how to give themselves permission to receive pleasure, how to just unpack what they are trying to manifest through their desires.
Thank you. I think you're going far. My name is Jazmine, who is an intimacy coach. You know what I love? You just explained that you are not a sexologist. Those are two different things. To me, I was going to say, oh, you're a sexologist, my friend. But now I love it because you just explain the difference. And I'm sure my viewers as well, they will find, like, they will be treated today to understand exactly. Okay. And you know what, Ne? I love sexy things. And I'm so glad.
I know, and you are so sexy.
I'm so sexy.
And I can't keep my eyes off this sexy cake too.
Oh my goodness. So today we are discussing fetish.
Oh yes.
Fetish.
Yes.
You know, I know it's a weird fetish, but there's a lot behind this weird fetish. And I can't wait to learn more.
There is a lot. There is a lot. Cheers to that.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. So now I want you to give an overview before we start and go deeper.
Okay.
King fetish.
So, in a simple term, fetish is when you fixate yourself, or sort of like worship something. It can be an object, can be a body part, in order for you to receive sexual pleasure from it.
Okay.
That's like in simple terms, without trying to be too complicated.
We can't be complicated. The moment we are complicated, which means we are losing.
We're not going to even confuse ourselves.
I don't want my viewers to find themselves in the limbo, like, yeah. So you are saying
you are so fixated on that particular object or a body part or something in order to receive or to manifest sexual pleasure. But these are the things that you will not get on your daily basis. Because it's a taboo, or it's a practice that is not common. You can't even get it all the time from your partner. It's something that other people, they wear it with shame. Others, they don't even know why they even have such fetishes. So there's healthy ones and there's non-healthy ones.
I love it because you'll unpack it. Yeah. The healthy and unhealthy. And you know, before we go far, how do people typically discover if they have fetish or not?
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, I am not a physician.
Okay.
I'm not a medical doctor and I'm not a psychologist. I'm saying that because I don't want people to go and self-diagnose themselves or diagnose their partners and say, oh, you have this fetish. You understand? So in order for you to have a bit of an insight if it's a fetish or not, is something that you cannot stop thinking about. You are so fixated on that, you can't stop thinking about it. And you can't stop thinking about what it will make you feel when you are in the space, or when you're touching it, or when you're embracing yourself, or you are in that environment. So it just gives you this high, this euphoric sensation or experience that you cannot get from anywhere else.
I will just say this. I love it when you explain what you know, but you can give what you understand, which is so beautiful, and it will make our life easy. You understand? And whoever that is watching, as well, you know what, Ne? She did say, but this is the information she can share with us.
Yes.
So tell me, can fetish be triggered by life events?
They normally are.
Okay.
Okay. So most of them, they are stemmed from trauma. Not all of them, but most of them, they are stemmed from trauma.
Okay.
From infancy. You know, when you're a baby, everything, I mean, you carry it from here to there. Your whole life is dependent on your caretaker. And you are collecting data. The whole time you're collecting data. And that data, it is what is going to build your conditioning.
Okay,
basically.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example of food fetish, a simple one.
Food.
What
we eat.
Food, not food.
Oh, sorry.
Feet fetish, right? So you may find that both of us will have a food fetish, but the trigger is different. Or even the root of it is different. Here's an example. You find that as a kid, normally, if you look at the data, it will show that most of the men who would be have a foot fetish, they tend to be from households where the mother was very busy or their caretaker was very busy, right? And you know, as a kid, what happens if you're not on your pram? What are you? You're on the floor.
Yes.
So they spend a lot of time on the floor. So the only thing that they're engaging with is what? Is feet. So engaging with either your mom's feet, there, you tickle them. So when you tickle little feet there, what does your mom do? You know, you get attention. They go down to you, they lift you up. You know, it excites you, makes you happy as a kid.
Because now you just brought something like, okay.
You see? So the desire is, so now they build this relationship with their feet. That I know if I go and touch my mom's feet and I tickle them or I chase them around, you know, she's gonna lift me up or she's gonna give me kisses or she's gonna, you know, and as a baby, that excites you, makes you feel good, right? It makes you bond now. So your relationship to getting what you want is the feet. You see? Okay. So now when you become an adult, you're still yearning for that feeling. Okay. And you're fixating on like, I want to feel like that again. But because now you're an adult, we associate desires and pleasure and we want to manifest them through what? Sex. Because we are sexual beings, right? Yes. So that's why a person will want to be fixating on your feet because they want to feel that feeling again. Like if now I'm your partner and we're about to get intimate, right? Yes. And you have a foot fetish. You may find that either you may not even get a hard on until you actually you start off with my feet first. Or you find that you will not really even reach an orgasm because you didn't get to play with my feet first. So in order for you to receive that, you have to go through the feet first. So that's the desire. So the desire is not the feet, it's the feeling they were getting from infancy. Wow. That is why.
Because I don't know, maybe you can assist me here. I love underwears.
What kind of underwear?
When I see the man.
What kind of underwear? Are we talking leather? Are we talking silk?
No, not leather. Just, oh my goodness. It's but to what you just said now, I think now I'm finding more information. I'm learning more. Do you understand? I love underwears. When I see someone in their underwears.
It doesn't matter. Just underwear.
No, not women, of course.
No. I just meant the kind of underwear.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as it's underwear and it's sitting well. Okay. It's changed the mood. Oh. It's changed the mood. Do you understand? So maybe after what you just said, maybe that's my fetish.
It might be a fetish, or it just might be just one of those fantasies, like they just fancy. That's because there's they can be different.
They can be different.
Yes. Okay. So with fetish, it's a need. You can't live without it. It's just so powerful. It's like a magic wand, like magic spirit or something.
Yeah.
But you can still be intimate, or you can still be turned on, regardless of your partner, whether you saw them wearing an underwear or not. Meaning they can be taking a shower and you join them, and it will still be exciting for you, right? So with fetish or fetishism is, they need it. in order for them to reach.
Oh, and I wanted to understand, and you would say, okay, but now I think I'm answered.
Yeah. So for you, if there's something, it's something that you feel like you can't live without.
Okay.
All the time. You think about it all the time. You yearn for that feeling. Like,
So that's your fetish.
That's a fetish. But if it's just a fantasy, like, I'm living my fantasy. I've got my man just walking around, waltzing around in his underwear. It's okay. It's nice. It's
But to be honest with you, when my partner or whoever that's just mad or whoever, it's changed my body, me, everything. Like, I just smiling and have a glass of wine.
and you love that feeling. You're addicted to that feeling. That is so okay. So it can be, cannot be.
It can. Yes. Okay. No, I just wanted to understand that as well.
I said there can be healthy ones, there can be non-healthy ones, and also as long as it's not problematic in the relationship. Meaning, I'm trying to connect with you, and all you're doing is just keep looking at my feet. I'm trying to, so that causes a bit of a problem.
It's caused a problem. So now, can I communicate my fetish to my partner?
You can.
Do you think it will assist us? I'm not going to say me, us, because we are two now, remember? Because honestly, some people, they find it, I get Phathanani or Jazmine, like, man just says, and then when it comes to sex, some people, they are not romantic.
It's all subjective also, because not everybody wants romance. Not everybody's into like flowers and roses. Others, they're into whips and chains. So
okay.
That is romance for them. Where somebody else wants something fluffy and soft.
I think you must just unpack the romance. Yes, we are on fetish. I think it works well as well. But I think you just need to, because I said it's fetish, but we can talk about so many things.
Yes.
So maybe if you can unpack romance. But before that, I always say when I'm talking to my friends, even the partners that I will meet, there is a different sex and making love. And I'm so glad I have.
Dogs have sex. They don't make love. They just bang.
How about chickens? So maybe you can just try explain that to me and my viewers.
Okay. So are we talking about making love and sex?
We are on romantic.
Okay.
So I was just making an example. Sometimes when I'm talking to my friend, but you can touch that as well. Yeah. Remember, you said when you started, you are intimacy coach, and then people to pleasure and whatever that you said, that history. Okay. Maybe you can just flow.
So when it comes to things like that, I always say we all have different love languages. All of us, right? Yes. And they do also form part and parcel of what you call romance. Okay. Other people, they love taking walks. That's romantic for them. Others, they get in a ring and they fight. That's romance for them. Okay. And when I say fight, it's not like they are angry with each other. Those couple goals, they gym together. For them, that can be romance. So when you have conversations about all those love languages and what you prefer, so there's no just one umbrella of saying, because he did rose petals on the floor with candlelight, that's just romance for them. For somebody else, being tied on the bed and being owned, that is romance. Now, that also goes back to a fetish of rape sex. Rape sex, okay, right? Okay. So people who have such a fetish of wanting to be owned and raped and being dispowered, these are people that grew up at home where they were forced to always be in charge. You always had to be victorious. You always had to win. There was no time for weakness. Or if you show weakness, it was not allowed. You were chastised, so you had to show up. Even when you didn't feel like being strong, you had to be strong. Even if you wanted to be vulnerable, you couldn't. It was not allowed. Do you understand? So people like that now, they yearn for just letting go of responsibilities. They yearn for not being in control of anything. Can we just give control to somebody else? Can we just give pressure to somebody else? Because everything, even making love is pressure. Running a company is pressure. Running a household is pressure.
I think now we once had a conversation. Yes, I'm not going to mention names. I think that person we're talking to, now what you're saying, I'm starting to understand when that person was saying, I love to give pleasure.
Yes.
I want to see my partner happy.
Yes.
My partner must come.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask my partner, are you okay?
And for them, that brings fulfillment.
Yeah.
You see, for them that brings fulfillment. So you find that this person is either a CEO of a company or something, but they're always on top of things. They're always running things. But then when they get in the bedroom, they want to be owned.
They want to be owned.
You know, they just want to be like weak. I want to be weak. I don't want to show any strength.
Own me.
I don't want to show any courage. I don't want to even fight. So they'll have a partner who will come and do all of those things to them, and then after that, still love them. Because with their upbringing, when you were showing weakness, when you were not strong anymore, it was not allowed.
It was not allowed.
You know, you were not loved as much, you were not embraced as much. But now you have a partner who understands that, okay, you actually have this particular fetish where you just want to let go and have your partner just disempower you. So you are actually surrendering power to him in a way, but they still love you still at the end of the day.
But tell me, can the fetish affect the relationship negatively?
It can.
Negative.
It can.
What's in?
Negatively.
Yes.
Yes, it can. Remember when I even said there are healthy ones, there are not healthy ones.
Yes.
Okay, so the non-healthy ones is now those who will either do self-harm.
Okay.
There are those who self-harm or harm other people.
Okay.
So let's say another partner is the one that likes to give pain. They want to see you in pain. They just want to own you like that.
Okay.
It usually works out better when you have somebody who also likes to receive pain.
Okay.
Because now if you're going to be dealing with somebody who does not love receiving pain or being humiliated, now it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work because it's a give and take. Okay. So let's now talk about BDSM for one, right?
Okay.
And then talking about whipping.
Okay.
You know, and now you have this partner who wants to see skin cut.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there are those who will be spanking you.
I don't
with
like to
whatever.
be spanked. I hate it.
Indulge me for now. Just for my example. So what they will do, when now you find that the pleasure that you are receiving is just a light tap, right? But then your partner, their fetish is seeing a bruise, seeing a bit of skin cut, traces of a little blood there. And from there, they get so euphoric and they just want to eat you up now. They just want to make love to you because now they turned on.
Oh my gosh.
You see, now it's going to mess up your relationship because you don't enjoy receiving pleasure like that. Okay? Now, going back to also communicating your fetish. It depends also on the kind of fetish you have.
Yeah.
Because other fetishes, like I say, people will wear them with shame. And when you really, really like a person, you kind of like hide away. You don't want to show them that side of you. For other men that have a fetish of masturbating, or have a fetish, you can fetishize it, or a fetish of getting an oral affection being a blowjob. That can also build up to a fetish because you're so fixated on it. That's all you think about all the time, the particular thing. Everything else, you don't care about. You want this particular thing. Yes. Okay. So if now you are in a relationship with this person who constantly all the time, they just want you to bow down all the time. Bow down all the time.
You
see?
I keep on falling. Yes.
We must do a musical one day.
That's what we love.
We must do a musical one day.
But I think we must do the musical with the toys.
Oh, definitely.
That would be nice.
The next time I come, I'm going to come bearing gifts.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. Like, then I do the singing just to practice.
A solo play. I'll just do the beat for you.
Okay, anyway, back to my darling.
So in terms of communicate, because you really like a person so much, people tend to hide their fetishes, right? And remember, fetishes are driven by desire. You can never kill a desire. You
then
cannot pray away your desire.
Okay. My beautiful viewers, you heard Jazmine. You can never kill a desire. And I will say this, why I had to come straight to the camera when it comes to that. It's like a passion.
Yes.
You know, a passion, you'll have this, and then you try by all means, but it's minangila. This is me.
You can try and put it under the carpet and forget about it. It still pops up. It still pops up. And it pops up because you don't know the root of that desire.
Yes,
people don't know why they know I'm desiring something. I'm desiring to be touched right now. But what kind of touch are you desiring? What kind of love making do you want?
Oh my gosh.
You know? Yes. For instance, I have a client who does not cry, who struggles with crying. But only when she's in a space of connecting with her partner and making love, then she can cry.
Oh.
You understand? So let's say maybe there's bereavement in the family. They struggle to cry, they can't cry. Only once they make love to a person, then they cry. Now you're gonna need a partner who understands that you're not crying because you are hitting. No, you are, and they must just let you cry, because that's how you release. That is how you release. So I'm saying this, trying to explain how desire works. So your desire is, I want to release because I'm in a lot of pain. All right? And when you do that, you need to understand how the person also understands what you need and how they're going to go about it. Because if you don't do that, your partner's going to think, oh, you're touching me, you're just going to have like our normal, regular sex. And that's not the case, all right? So your partner will come in and then you guys will make love and you'll probably not even cry because maybe it was whap, or he was just making you do things. He was not serving you during that. So you're gonna feel like I'm shortchanged. You don't love me. You don't care about me. I mean, you know, I'm in pain. You're supposed to embrace me. You're supposed to be kissing me. You're supposed to hold me throughout the whole of making love. Because you don't want this whole jumping from one person, one corner to another corner.
So, Jazmine, I think now, because we read social medias, etc., I will say abantu besifazane, they should stop saying ukuthi amadoda awabaqhamisi.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
They should stop saying ukuthi my man it doesn't make me calm. Listening to what you say.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you what I always tell the women.
Because
if you do not come, right? And I'm not talking about medical issues here. If you've got a medical issue, that's a different story. But if you're a normal functioning human being, you're healthy.
Yes.
And you are not coming, meaning you don't reach an orgasm.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Okay. Okay, we are coming there. Pack it there. So
your partner can influence it, but you make a decision if you're gonna come or not.
Okay.
But there's another conversation for another day.
No, you're gonna unpack it now. I just wanna finish this. So abantu besifazane, they should stop ukuthi umfana akangichamisi. And now I'm gonna go back what you just said, Guti. It's your problem, it's your fault.
Because most of these people don't even know how to make themselves come. But yet again, you put in that responsibility on another human being. How very pompous of you to actually do that. You live in this body, but yet again, you expect another person to figure your body out and what turns you on, and. They can facilitate, they can influence. But when it comes to you reaching an orgasm, it's all on you. If you don't do it, can you do it yourself? Half the time, people have never actually journeyed out and made love to themselves until they come. But yet again, I expect you to make me come.
But anyway.
Let me sip on that.
I want to sip on that.
No. If you are hungry, who eats?
It's me.
You feel the hunger, I get.
No, but it's because
we can cook in the kitchen.
Abantu besifazane who say angichamanga angichamisanga ijisport yami akayazi or whatsoever. Like, I fail to understand, but I'm fortunate to have you today because
we have been conditioned to put the responsibility of our sexuality on our partners. As a woman, they put that on your man. So now we have a generation of men who are under pressure with having to perform.
Yes.
Now they're taking all these pills, they're drinking this, they're smoking that, so that they're trying to make you come.
Oh my goodness.
You see?
I wanted to ask about the size of the dick. But right now, you are very smart. Like you'll answer. Before, you just spoke about we're having these men who are having problems. Now they're taking different pills, different what, in order for them to perform. Now, I think I'm answered. You'll answer me like, well, because someone who says, your dick is small, can't reach where it's supposed to reach. And then I'll ask myself, not that they're saying that to me, I'm just saying.
But there's a lot of that going on.
Yes, you understand. Yes. And then you'll ask yourself, but what do you mean? Because to me, I believe that a dick is a dick. It doesn't matter. So I just want to ask you, as an intimate coach, do we really need to go penis enlargement and what in order for me to have the right size? That's when I'm wearing that.
Yes, you told me. You told me that you actually.
I was wearing it yesterday. But anyway, and then now because I'm wearing my swimming costume, I want my junior to show so that. And therefore now, you see, the fetish and fetishizing, it's happening a lot on the social medias. But anyway, back to you.
Because I agree, in social media, you hide behind the screen. It's easy. But when you have to be confronted,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, you go to the sizes now.
Sizes. Oh yeah, that can also be a fetish, you know? There are people that can actually have a fetish of like whatever size.
Okay, darling.
Yeah, maybe they want like a small size. So if you've got a certain size, they always want to go back there because they get their fix. Remember, fix like it's a drug. You get your fix. Yeah. Okay, about sizes, all sizes matter.
All sizes matters, okay?
All of them matter, and none is better than the other.
Okay.
And this is the reason I'm saying
Explain
that.
to my viewers. I'm sure they are interested.
For instance, and I know we in social media or on the internet, they bash a lot of men with small penises or below average and whatever. And I always say it depends on which continent you're in when you're talking about sizes. Because but anyway, so let's say a person's got a banana.
I have a cake anyway.
Can we do that? Because I've been eyeing it.
This is, I said we must have a cake for this episode because it's exotic
and
this cake.
Lemon there.
This cake, it's done by my good friend Unom Tandazo.
Okay.
She's a pastry chef. She's doing a lot of things. I work with her. She's always with me wherever I am. So whoever, like even your event, she can do anything. You can tell she can even do the D cake, the ass, the vagina, anything you want. So we're gonna test it. But anyway,
I don't believe because my mouth has been watering those. I'm planning to cut the cake.
Anyway, you left.
I'm gonna break into virginity right now.
So I was saying, for instance, you find that a person's got a banana-shaped penis, right? A banana-shaped penis. Actually, before I get to the banana shape, let's talk about the small penis who are claimed to have small penises. And I always say,
are they claiming to have small penises?
That women will say or have been told they have small penises. Whoever has been told. And I always tell men to stop stressing so much about that size. God gave you that size. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless you go through surgery or things like that. But, But remember, with a woman, the juicy part is not inside, it's on top, on the outside.
I can be outside.
The juiciness is, okay? There's not a lot of things going on at the back. The cervix, there's not a lot of nerve endings there.
Okay.
So when you have a small penis, right? Not you.
Yeah, it's fine. You forgot faults, but it's okay. It's happening.
So this is the vagina, right? Vagina, lips, right? And then this is the clitoris.
Okay.
This is where the juicy area is, right? Okay. So if a man has let's say the size of my thumb, right? See the size of my thumb. So every time, because obviously you're not going to be doing all sorts of funny sex positions or movements. You're not going to be pumping a lot because it's going to pull out. So what he does, they get very good at gyrating.
Okay.
They will gyrate because the penis is in here.
Yes.
Now, obviously, now his skin is there. So you have to go inside. So what they do, they just gyrate all the juicy areas. Because remember, clitoris, it's got little legs inside.
Okay.
It's not just on top. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
This is the top one, yes.
This is the tip of the iceberg, right?
Okay.
So you like that. So this is the inside.
Yeah.
But do you see that it still extends inside?
Yes,
right?
yes.
So now when you are beautifully juicified and aroused and you're good and wet.
Yes.
You're good and wet, right?
Yeah.
What happens is the G-spot, right? It migrates. It kind of it hibernates. It hides, but when you're aroused, it kind of pops up. So it will protrude a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because of the nerve endings that are saturating there.
Okay.
So if you've got a small penis, like I said, size of my thumb, this is all the stimulation a woman needs. This is all the juicy yumminess
And
is happening. Do you understand?
Yes.
So now, the mistake that a lot of men with big penises will make is, because there is thick and big, they feel like they don't have to be stimulating the outside here.
Yes,
so
yes,
they will then be pumping and trying to hit at the back. And at the back there's not a lot of nerve endings. So they passing all the juicy part and hitting at the back.
Yes.
Right?
So they go
exactly.
in,
Yes.
Then.
So that's
So
the
now they're forgetting
advantage.
this part.
Yeah, they're forgetting that part and also where the G-spot area is. Right?
Okay.
But then thank goodness, because you got our own fingers, as a woman, you can stimulate your own clitoris as they're penetrating you. It's just that you can't do your own G-spot, right? So as he's busy penetrating, if it's big, then you can stimulate your own clitoris, which is the fun part, right?
So now with the fetish, you did mention.
Yeah.
There are people, fetish will get the big dick.
Yes.
And some get a small dick.
Yes.
Oh.
For others, it can be a fetish of just wanting to conquer that big penis. Like they just see it and they just go, I want to conquer
And
that
just
big penis.
touch it and
Do whatever you want with it. I told you worship it, you just want to put a bow on it, whatever. You just love it so
Just
much.
put a bow on that penis.
Do whatever you want. If it's consented, do it. If it's consented, do
okay,
it.
I must get a boyfriend because I don't have a boyfriend, and I must buy all these bows. Like one, baby, we have a bling.
Any applications coming through? Any applications?
They are, but I decline them for now. So anyway,
busy, nah?
let's cut the
You're
cake.
busy.
Let's cut the cake.
Oh, yes.
And then tell me what your thoughts come to this cake.
I can't wait to jump on it.
No, the cake is so beautiful. Like,
and it smells so good.
Oh, what do you say? It's
This looks like a boob. Can you see? And this looks like a nipple. Can you say it looks like a nipple? This looks like a nipple. Beautiful boob. Look at that.
This mina good things Phathanani.
Use your imagination. This looks like very nice.
Mine will be dig.
Okay.
I think this looks like a dig.
Look at you. Look at you. Eat that. Eat it up. Eat it up. You are so wrong.
I can just do this one.
Yes. Look at you. You see now, you just made love to a whole lemon.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start because everything just looks so yum.
Just do your thing.
So, Mr. The size count. What size? What size do you want here?
I think I'm adult.
No, I'm talking about the size of a cake. Slice.
Small sizes.
You like small sizes? Like I'm going to give you a pinky one.
So now, I think we've been talking, and you're still coming back on the show.
Yes.
I want to ask you the last, and then we eat the cake, and then I'm saying thank you.
This is your piece while you're asking me a question.
What was the reason for you to decide to leave? But this is too small. Yes, I love small things, but this is too small.
You asked for it. I delivered. You asked for small.
To turn from being a scientist to the intimate coach.
Okay. So actually, my husband got me into it, but anyway.
Yeah.
He endorsed it. He endorsed it. No, put all of it, like all. So sorry. Come on, clean you up. It's yummy though, eh? You just deep throated a slice of cake.
Your husband.
Okay, so So that there had been incidents that happened in my teenage world, not even teenage, because I was a late bloomer, I broke my virginity quite late. But when I started being sexually active with my husband now / boyfriend then, there was a time where I started bleeding.
Oh.
Right? I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
And then you go to the doctor, they don't see anything, put on antibiotics, you go to gynae, they don't see anything wrong. But then every time I will have sexual intercourse with him, I will bleed again, right? Then I went again to a gynae, just a different one.
Okay.
But now, this man is forcing me that I've done an abortion. And I'm telling him that I've never done an abortion. I've never been pregnant. If maybe I was pregnant and it miscarried, maybe I didn't know that I was pregnant. But I know that I've never done an abortion. But because I was a student, he was just on my case that I did an abortion. So I left.
He was violating your rights?
No, he was, definitely. He was. You understand? So here I am. I can't go talk to my mother about this. I try to seek professional help. He's not helping me. Instead, he's telling me. Okay. Do you understand? Are you getting emotional again? Because I know you're such a juju berry youth.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's one part, right? And let's just go back to, I think I started masturbating when I was 9.
9 years.
9, 10 years. Oh, I discovered my happy button and I was not letting go. So, and how I discovered it, I don't even remember, but I know I would normally do it at the corner of the bed. Right? It just felt so good. And every time you're stressed out, you're like, I want to do this. And then when my mother found me, obviously she was not very happy about it. And, you come in from a religious background, you can't do that, you're not a girl, blah, 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 blah. You see? So there was another incident. So I'm just going to mention those two. And then now getting into marriage. I was wondering that, why is it that, because you get taught, save yourself for marriage, blah, blah, blah. And then when you're still joling and you are having sex, you're struggling with this fornication situation, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get married, you're thinking, we are going to have as much sex as we can. But then yet again, people married are not having frequent sex. It just becomes a struggle for some reason. So that's when I wanted to understand why is that one of the things that are so important, that brings two people together, that even brings you to yourself when you explore your own body. Why is it so taboo? Why doesn't anybody talk about it? But I got to understand that you can't teach what you don't know. I can't be saying to my mother, you didn't talk to me about this. Her mother didn't talk to her about it. So now I had to take it upon myself and I said, Jazz, you live in this body and you are here to experience life, and abundantly so. So I just ventured out on my own. So how I started, it was for me. It wasn't for anybody else. It was for me. But I got to learn that actually I'm not the only one who's going through things. When you get married, you don't ask a man where he's coming from. You must look after your in-laws, blah, blah, blah. But that whole thing of taking a young girl who's about to get married and you talk to her about sex, about intimacy. We don't do much of that. Well, I didn't receive any of that. No is the circle of people that I know. So I want to take it up myself so that I can then be the middle person where somebody wants to talk about sex and you can come to me and say, yo, Bathong, all I'm having is dry sex.
Yes.
Because nobody will expect you to be experiencing dry sex in marriage. Because nobody talks about it. How come now I don't have my libido anymore? I used to be already all the time, like a rabbit. But now, it comes and goes. Sometimes it's dry season, So I did that so that I can understand for myself. But then I found that there's a lot of people who have questions and nobody is helping them with answers.
That's just. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I had so much fun with you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, because of time.
Because of time.
But of course, we are coming back. Jazmine is coming back. So on this note, come.
Oh, yes.
No one out there ever tell us that they are having dry sex. Bye-bye.
No more dry sex, huh? No more dry sex.
You can cut your cake and eat it. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you.